What's happening? It's Dave's Fish Room. It's December, so I thought I'd do a December update. It's getting pretty close to the end. It's about the 28th of December. So here we go with Dave's Fish Room. Oh, what to say about the fish room? I had a colony of Bichardies in here, and they got out of control. Several generations, and dominant male was just killing uh, all the young, you know. So got some male platies in here and some mollies. I'm going to be trying to breed those in my little breeding cubes down here. I did save the, well, actually, this was one that didn't get along, that didn't pair off. I had three to begin with, but this guy here, I've kept him in this little, it's 1/3 of a 20-gallon breeder that I've divided off. So it's kind of small, and I know it's not really his habitat, but he digs it. You know, I mean, Tanganyikan's like the rocks and not so much the plants, but he hasn't seemed to bother with them. And I've got ivies in here, and some other plants that I've stuck in here, and their roots are going bananas. They're growing down into the sponge filter back there. And the crazy thing about this tank is I do pretty much maybe almost a 50, probably 40% water change on all these tanks every week, every Sunday usually. And you know, this one seems to stay crystal clear. Sometimes I don't even do a water change on it, and I think it's the plants. I think it's all the plants, you know, just doing their thing and filtering the water. And I know it's not as much as the bio load as all this, and you know, bare bottom with more of a nitrate cycle, but thought it was pretty interesting, and I like that. So I've got ivies, and I think they call them pothos plants around the inner web. But here I've got some dwarf water lettuce that I got. Talk about propagation. This stuff just goes bananas as well. What I like is the hanging roots there. I haven't really got going yet, but they will. And these are my female guppies. These are the line that I've bred. I've kept coming up with these. I know I've talked about it before in another one, but virgin guppies. I've got some males that I'm going to breed with them, and use these as my base. Sorry, that's my dog. Hey! So, yeah, guppy experimentation and some female molly platies just to keep them separated. Some repens in here that are doing fantastic. Just got these from PetSmart, Petco, whatever, same thing. I didn't really have much hope for them, but put them in here and they're taking off like crazy. The other cube. This has really turned out to be a very beautiful tank here, the 29. Got a pair of angels in here, and I've never kept such an enthusiastic pair of angels before. They're just always right up at you. Just want to hug you. Crazy indeed, and they eat like there's no tomorrow. I don't know what the deal is with these guys, but they're super healthy and super spry. This Ludwigia has taken off and propagated. I just started out with a few twigs here and there, but man, it's going bananas. What I do is I clip it off, plant it, you know, and then where it clips off, it'll grow two more, and it just adds up. I'm going to get rid of this temple plant and cut it back and just have a forest of Ludwigia in there. I've got these rummy nose, bought 6. All of them croaked out on me. These two are healthy. About 4 more. Those 4 died as well, and these guys are just thriving. So whatever survives in this tank is just going crazy. I don't know. It's just a really perfectly balanced tank, and everything's happy and just bumping along there. And the 40-gallon breeder. This is one of the first tanks I've set up. It was here with 50 pounds of gravel in it, and just all different makeovers and whatnot. I had a bad outbreak of ick. Figured it was time to tear it down. Well, it was up for about 4 years, and so I took it all out, took the substrate, and tried to salvage some of the root systems on these plants and put them in tubs with some Eco Complete and some Caribbean Sea kind of mixed in there. These repens are just booming along here. And Silver Fox. It's my oldest fish here, this guy. He'll be 5 in the spring. Him and a red-tailed shark I have in another aquarium and in another part of the house. Man, he's my bud. I don't know how he survived, but he has. But I have about a half dozen, I would say, which would be 6 auto cats in here, usually hanging out in the cave. But the crypts, and just trying to, cuttings out of other tanks, I'll put them in here. And what I want to do is I want to get all this established, keep cutting it back, have a whole carpet of this stuff, Rotella, and that stuff, Hygro, you know what it is. And so yeah, 10-gallon over here. Notice that I've got these again, the pothos plants, or as I call them, ivies. I've always called them ivies. So do a great job at filtering out the water naturally and making your fish room look totally badass at the same time. See, check that out, man. Dave's Fish Room. All my male guppies. The yellow ones are the ones that I want to cross, or not cross, but breed. Have my own line, these guys. And they've got some Endler, black bar Endler in there with some neon, and they're pretty consistent. So I know I said that in the last video, but I will get around to it. Set this one up to maybe put the offspring and stuff, just cull them out. And I'll spin around to this little relic. It's a little 2.5-gallon mainframe slate bottom tank, and I did a little experiment with the mountain minnow and got some fry. I put them in there just with some Java moss, and in the morning they spawned. And wasn't sure if I did anything right, that I didn't see any fry in there for about a week. Didn't realize how small they were. Yeah, I looked in there, finally saw some, and I think there's only about 10 or so that are living still. But this is only, well, this has been 5 weeks, and you can barely see them. I've read that they look like neon tetras, and apparently they do, when they're growing up. But these are mountain minnows. So yeah, I'm gonna try that again, see if I can, perfect it. In the jungle, Yeah, this is the jungle. I've got some beautiful bleeding heart tetras in here that are just really healthy. Look at that guy. The dorsal fin is just getting huge. Waiting for it to like fall over, you know. He's got a couple of buddies. There's only 3 of them, so they do get kind of aggressive towards each other. I think there's 2 males and 1 female in there, but just an assortment of, you know, guppies. It's a nice little guppy that I got just from, you know, crossbreeding. Black Neon Tetra School, and the Hygro, the Temple Plant tree. This is a 55, and it's getting crazy. I just let this stuff just grow, and I trim it, you know, and it's got some shrimp den in there, so cord cats love it. Stupid algae eater, you know, these things do great at cleaning, but they get big and they're aggressive. I know, but there you go, buds. Maybe I'll make a video next month. Maybe I won't. Probably will. Be there. Alright, and thanks for hanging out in Dave's Fish Room with me, and we'll talk to you later. Peace out.